Hello, darlings. It's B from BRC Nails, and today we are going to do our 4th of July set. I actually decided to do a voiceover this time just to try it and see how it works out. Let me know which one you like better, the voiceover or me doing it as I'm working. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can know whenever I upload. And hit that like button, please. It would really, really, really help me out. So what's going on with the nails is I am putting foil glue on one of them because I'm going to do a red, silver, and blue kind of like splotchy graffiti design. So it takes time for the glue to dry. So I started doing that first. When I take the handle out of the bottle or the topper, I brush the brush itself off on the side and use just a minuscule amount of glue. You don't want to load it all up there. And you can't see it in the video, but it starts out white, and once it dries, it goes clear. So then you know that it's ready to work. Now with this nail, I decided to do a red, white, and blue sugar nail with stars. Now this is freehand, so you know that, it's a little interesting once we get started with that. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am drawing stars. I don't want them down the middle. I want them to kind of come off the sides so they're not fully drawn stars. So I'm trying to remember what it's like from elementary school, how you would draw a star to try to get the arms of it right. And I go in with my handy dandy silicone tool to push up on the edges and try to just clean it up and make the lines more straight. And I love these brushes. You know, they're thin. They're not like the super, super thin ones, but I do have a set of those. But they make thin lines, but they're large enough to be able to fill in the design as well when needed. And I wanted to just put a little side note about the crazy, insane stuff that's been going on in the in the nail community. Femi Beauty, at Femi Beauty, had an awful thing happen to her. She was taken advantage of by some woman. You know, shout out to Femi for trying to stay positive, and, hope you know that we're supporting you, and hopefully something like that won't ever happen again. And then there's another woman who is creating or was creating a YouTube channel. It was like a compilation channel, but she wasn't giving credit to the people's that she was using their pictures. She was trying to pass off their pictures as her own. And I was subscribed and liking and commenting, trying to show support to a small nail tuber. And it didn't even occur to me that she wasn't giving them credit, because it's just something I would never do. I want to be known for my work. I don't want to, pass off somebody else's stuff as mine, not to mention the people who did the work and, those were their pictures. Oh, that must have been so frustrating. And I mean, there was pictures on there from Simply Nailogical. Hello, Hello, Christine. I want to say, anyways, from Christine and Simply Nailogical, and she has millions and millions of followers, so I don't understand why she would think she could pass off her pictures or anybody else's as her own. I don't know. But back to the nails. I am just trying to fill in the stars so that they're not too streaky, because the polish that I'm using the white Lily Q instead of my Venalisa, because my Venalisa is completely run out and I haven't gotten my new one yet. So I am going to color these over with color, so it doesn't really matter if they're not perfect, and then with glitter on top of that. So now I am going to try to do some I wasn't sure which nail I was going to do again for a second. I think this one I'm doing the stars and stripes with. So I wanted to make it look like the flag was waving. And you know how horrendous my freehand is. So when I go with freehand, I don't worry about trying to make sure everything is straight and everything is even, because it's just not going to happen for me right now. I mean, I do practice and I do try, but it's just, you know, I've only been doing nails for 9 months. Like, seriously doing nails, you know, like ordering professional use products and things like that instead of like stuff from the dollar store, which I still use. I mean, I love Dollar Tree and Walmart. They are my top 2 stores. I love them. They have everything, and Dollar Tree, everything is $1. I love going there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyways, back to the nails. So I'm just trying to fill it in, and this is that same navy blue from Lily Cute that I was having problems in with my anchor video, or my nautical video. It just, I'm just not happy with it. I'm gonna have to order the Venalisa navy, or maybe like the Model 1 navy. I'm not sure. And I don't know how to put links in my videos yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm a newbie, so if anybody has any advice for me, constructive criticism about anything, please just let me know. So now I'm just coloring in the stars because I am going to sugar glitter it, but I wanted the colors to, you know, be able to pop out in case, you know, just to reinforce the background for the glitter. And this part was way easier than the first original, actually, trying to draw the stars. So how are your holidays going? Are you having a barbecue? Are you having family over? Did you get fireworks, if they're legal where you are? Speaking of Walmart, I'm planning on going there to get some fireworks myself. So I'm pretty excited about that. We do the usual burgers and fries and all that. Well, when it comes to polish, what is your favorite brand? Which do you like? Which do you think covers best? Which is the best for its price? Tell me what you think. I'd like to know. Because you know me, I am totally looking for the best value for my money. I have a minuscule budget. Like, I can't even tell you how tiny because it's embarrassing. But I work with what I've got, and, you know, I found some really great products. That's why I can't wait to put up links, because they might not be the name brand stuff, like a lot of people refer to them as off-brand, but there are a few that I really, really love. Like Venalisa is my top right now. I've never actually used any Model 1's paint, or like Neo or Madame Glam. Like, I just can't afford it right now. So, you know, I go with what I can find. And I drop nails all the time. And as I'm filming, I don't even notice. I only notice it after when I'm editing. And it just cracks me up. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not perfect. You have to know that. I don't think anybody is, but that is a whole nother subject. But yes, I scour AliExpress like crazy, trying to find the best price on the product that I'm looking for. And I've been having a lot of problems with my packages, and it's only like if I order a set of polishes, like 3 or more, I don't get them. Like the other stuff, if I order it individually, it's fine. But if I try to order anything like that, I've not gotten the packages. And I'm glad that they gave me the money back, because, you know, if you don't get it in 2 months, you basically can get your money back. And I need that, because if I'm not getting the product, I can't really afford to not have one or the other, you know? So that's the great thing about AliExpress. Now I'm going in here with the red, and it's like a shimmery red. You can't really see it well, you know, in the video, but it is very, very thin. If you're painting it on its own, you're supposed to either put like a black or a white underneath and then put 3 coats on top of it. But since I'm going to sugar it, you know, I just wanted it there for background color. But yeah, it was kind of hard. It was streaky because I was trying to get better coverage without having to do those 3 coats. But I think it all worked out in the end. Okay, now for this snail, I wanted to do like a waving American flag. And I gotta tell you, with my freehand, it's awful. You know, so when I do it, I don't try to make everything perfect because it's just not gonna be. No matter how hard I try, it's just not gonna be. So, you know, I went in with the brush and just made some squiggly lines, and the squiggly lines don't even follow each other. I wasn't even trying to make them, but that's okay for me. I think it came out fairly well. And there is my silicone tool again. I don't know, should I name that my bestie? I think that might be my best and my favorite tool to use right now, especially in this set. Oh my goodness. Yep, just cleaning it up. Okay, now these stencils have been driving me crazy since I've ordered them. And Absolute Nails channel, she just ordered them, and she had the same problem I did. It just, you would put the decal or the stencil on it, and you brush the polish on it, and you take it off, and it's just a smeary mess, and it's gel polish. But, you know, I didn't even think to use it with regular polish, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. I even tried putting the stencil on it, putting the gel polish on it, and putting all of that into the lamp, and I couldn't get the stencil off the top of the nail. It was just firmly embedded there. But what is great about these stencils is they do double or triple duty. Like, I'm using the part that would normally be the pattern as stickers in my little flag nail. And also you could take the sticker part, you know, the small parts, and put them down and do like a negative space kind of thing with it as well. I haven't actually tried it with regular polish, but I'm going to, because I was so happy when I got them, because it's kind of like a cheat sheet to getting really precision looking designs, and I just could not get them to work for me. So it's good to know that, you know, other people did have some problems with it, but there are some beautiful designs in there, and they're hollow. Shiny, shiny, shiny. In our family, we call anything that sparkles or shines sparkly. You know, when you get distracted, like you're in a store and you see some costume jewelry, or, you know, like glitter shirts, glitter pens, hollow makeup articles, you know, like brushes and things like that. Anything that shines or sparkles. Sparkly. So here I'm just cleaning off the sticky layer because I wanted to see exactly how opaque the red was. And I decided to go in with another coat because, you know, those Lemooc polishes, they were very inexpensive, and when I first started ordering, they had the biggest array of colors, so I figured I would just go with that because I didn't know any better. I didn't really watch any videos at that point. I just picked colors that I liked and went with it, and some of them cover very well and are very nice, but the problematic colors still, you know, give me a little problem. They're not opaque. It takes 2, 3, 4, usually 3 or 4 coats sometimes to get, you know, the full coverage, and it's frustrating. But like I said, I didn't know what to order, and that's what caught my eye, so that's what I did. I mean, they're not bad polishes. When it's all said and done, I think they look marvelous. Marvelous, darling. But you know, you win some, you learn, you lose some, and I'm learning and trying new things. And yeah, I do also have to say thank you to everyone for all your support and, you know, sharing with me and tips and all that kind of stuff. It really touches me because I wanted to be a part of a community that was like that. Back to the nails, I am just using regular old drilled nail glue, and the brush on it is amazing. It's so precision, like it's so thin that you can put as little or as much as you want. And in the top part of it, there's like a needle so that you can get tiny, 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 tiny drops if you need it. Okay, so for these water decals, I have no patience, so I didn't let them sit in the water long enough. So as I was trying to put them on the nail, there was still paper to the back of it, so it ended up being like really chunky and not the way that a water decal should be. And I did wipe off the sticky layer before I started putting the decals on, so if you do that, you can slide them around to where you want to go, as long as you do it, you know, as soon as you get it off the paper. If you wait too long, it's going to eventually stick to it. But I was so frustrated I couldn't get them off, but it was all my fault because I didn't wait long enough for the paper to get saturated. So ideally, you put it in the water and you just slide the little film off and you put it right on your nail. Now I have a question. Can anybody help me out with trying to get nails on a practice hand? Now I bought one of those really cheap posable ones. I mean, I would love a Glamour Liz or a Flexi Finger, but it's just not happening right now. So I've been trying to get the nails on the hand, but regardless of if I turn them upside down or right side up, the nail tips, they don't fit into the well of the finger. Like there's parts missing on the side wall, and I can't figure out what to do with it because it doesn't have like a slit like the better ones do. And side note for the nails, I'm just going in with a matte top coat and getting right next to all the gems on there. Now with this nail, I was very unhappy with the bumps that were left over from, you know, me not waiting long enough. So I took a few stones and I put them on the worst parts, you know, with my crystal katana and my nail glue, my drill nail glue. And these are just regular plain old resin stones. I have Swarovski, but I'm not going to use them for stuff like this, especially since it's only half a hand and not a full set. But yeah, the stones are not exactly straight, but that's just because of me trying to cover up the lifted parts of the backing of the decals. So if anybody can give me any advice about the practice hand, please let me know. And I'm just finishing up these stones here. Now I'm going in for the foil. Now I love this look with the blotchiness of it, so it kind of looks like graffiti and it's all artistic and it's so easy to do. I love it. I think that came out great. I'm not sure which nail is my favorite. They're all my favorites. You know, just like Nail by Nikki says, everything's her favorite. And that's the same for me. They're all my favorite. Now goes to the sugaring. I have never sugared a nail. This is the very first time I've used sugaring. I usually just went with the glitter polish, the glitter gel polish, or I used chunky glitter, but I've never sugared. So this is my very first time and you guys get to see it. So of course, I tried to do it over the little containers because we don't waste anything over here. We use it all, use it all, use it all in a healthy way. You know, I'm not reusing, you know. So I'm going in with my Venalisa top coat. Then I'm taking the glitter and just shaking it right on there above the little container to catch the bottom. Wipe it off with my brush, and then I realized I didn't take the tacky layer off, so the glitter was sticking everywhere. So now I'm just wiping that all off and starting again. Going into the white this time, or at least trying to. And the same thing, I just put a layer of top coat on the star that I wanted to sugar and then cleaned it. And I am curing it in between so that, you know, it doesn't get everywhere and stick to everything. And I gotta tell you that Venalisa top coat, I love all their products. I do. Everything that I've tried so far is wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, I'm going in with my silicone tool, and again, cleaning up the edges, getting rid of the extra top coat that oozed over the sides, making sure that it's covering the whole part that I want to sugar, and then just sprinkling it over the container yet again. It was fun. I mean, it was a little bit messy, but I think working with like chrome powders and stuff like that is even messier than sugar nails. I was kind of like nervous and afraid to do it because it's just so messy. And you know, I think it came out well though, especially for my first time, and it was very, very fun. Don't forget to let me know whether you like this style, the voiceover, or if you like it better of me popping in and out while I'm actually doing the nail. Regardless, thank you for listening to my ramblings. I just realized that every time I move, it gives you like a little bit of feedback, and I'm sorry for that, but I just noticed it at the end of the video. But I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. I had a good time. I got to try a new technique with the sugaring. There is the finished 4th of July set. Stay tuned for more tutorials, reviews, and collabs. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and have a marvelous day, darlings.